Hello and welcome to our live watch along of Arsenal women versus Manchester City women in the Women's Super League. It's just kicked off and we're a minute and a half in already, so apologies that we're late. We had a few issues with the streaming, but we're up and running. In case you're wondering, of course Arsenal women are hosting the game. It's at Boreham Wood's ground, that's where they normally play. And actually what was I going to say? I forgot. The lineups are in the description below if you haven't seen them yet, including the subs that are available for both teams. You haven't really missed anything yet, it's just been a bit of passing around in the midfield. Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live watch along of Arsenal women versus Manchester City women. We are now live. We had a few streaming issues before, but it's good to see that we are live now. So here we go then. It's you haven't missed anything just yet. It's only 3 minutes in. But if you're wondering what the lineups are, they are in the description below, including the substitutes, and if you really want to know who the referee is, which is actually Kirsty Dahl today. Let us know in the live chat page your score predictions for this one. Sorry folks, just trying to make sure the stream's working. Sorry folks, just trying to make sure the stream's working. Right. Anyway, there's just been a chance there from the Arsenal goalkeeper. Well, there wasn't much pressure on her. She was trying to make the clearance. I think that was Zinsberger, who's in goal for them today. She tried to make the clearance, and then without any pressure, she nearly slipped up and kicked the ball back to the Man City forward, which luckily, when the ball hit her, it went out for a goal kick straight after. So Man City already putting a bit of pressure on the back line of Arsenal. Of course, both teams not having the best of seasons in terms of how they look in the Women's Super League. Both teams, of course, have a history of winning this league. Of course, let us know your thoughts on this game, maybe, or any other Women's Super League games that have taken place. Oh, and already a strike across the goal from White. And I thought for a moment she might have been offside at the end of all that. Anyway, here are Arsenal after the goal kick. Already they've had 1 or 2 moments against them, which they could just do with just getting themselves relaxed in their home match as well against Man City women. It's on the left hand side with Walti. Intercepted, and she's gone down, Walti, and I think there might be a free kick here for Arsenal women just near the halfway line. It looks as though it was Georgia Stanway who was involved, and it looks very windy today at Bournemouth's ground for this game. Yep, it is a free kick, and Arsenal having it in their own half, so no threat yet at Man City, but it's a long ball forward, doesn't find Miedema up there, and it goes straight to the hands of the Man City goalkeeper, Roord. Of course, we don't see Cam Bardsley as always, as we used to, in between the sticks for Man City women. Joe Sattler says, good afternoon, my friend. Hello, Salah, hope you're well. Who are you supporting in this game? Arsenal or Man City? Arsenal at the moment have got the possession, but Man City have got it back now. It's on just outside the centre circle. Do give us a like, and of course do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport if you haven't already. We'd always appreciate the support. I say that all the time, but we mean it. You know, we're a very, very small channel that's hoping to grow and entertain you all. I'll tell you what, it was cold today, going out on my long walk. Arsenal dealing with the possession a lot better now. Ashen says, hello, do you remember me? Of course I remember you, Ashen, especially from yesterday's stream. Oh, Man City have a chance. Cross comes in, and Arsenal have had to put it behind for a corner. I think it was White who nearly got to the end of it, or made the cross. Actually, it wasn't. It was White that was trying to come in down the middle, but she wasn't quick enough to reach that. I think it was Greenwood on the left-hand side. Actually, it might have. I think it might have been Hemp, actually. White couldn't get there though, and they've got themselves a corner kick. First corner of the game. Miedema's covering the far post. Oh, and the Man City player wanted to get the corner taken. The linesman saying that you need to actually put the ball on the line, not next to the D. That doesn't work like that. So she's had to place it back. She this time does take the corner with her left foot. And after all that, it's gone behind for a goal kick, so nothing from that one for Man City. Yes, Ashen, I remember you very well, especially from yesterday's stream. How you doing? You haven't made any bets like our Aussie friend did, who sadly didn't get that game correct with Mönchengladbach. Putting a tweet out that this game's happening. Of course, there is other games going on today. Let me just get the scores up if I can. Williamson for Arsenal. Abraham says, hi bro. Hello Abraham, hope you're well. Asher says, no bro, bet matches are very risky. Yeah, you're right. It's been a while since I've done it. There was a patch when I was doing it, but I only did 50p bets, which of course if you know English money, that's nothing. 50p bets of literally just doing accumulators just for fun. which if I got them all right, it'd be a decent amount of money. It'd still only be 100 quid or whatever, but hey, 100 odd quid I didn't have beforehand. But yeah, I think betting's is too much of a risk. I think I think there are times when people win money, but it just depends how much money you put into it before you won that. You know what I mean? It depends how much money you put into the betting before you got any of it back in terms of winnings. So I'm not that fussed about betting in football, to be honest. A lot of people do it though. It's made people millions, of course. Not from betting, but the other side of it, the people who receive the bets. Throw in for Arsenal. It's a quiet game so far. Just over 12 minutes gone. Abraham, hope you're well. Josh Salah just said Arsenal, I subscribed last week. PSV Feyenoord, number 319. Yes, Josh, something I remember. Of course, no games today in the Dutch league. We were going to do an Ajax game earlier today on the channel, but of course it got postponed due to the weather, which I was gutted about. I was looking forward to doing that, but it's just this game instead. And a strike there from Arsenal. Well, I say a strike, it was a long ball going into City's box, but Roebuck had no problems but to just pick up a loose ball that went to none of the Arsenal players. But yeah, we were hoping to have done an Ajax game, but sadly we're not today. But straight after this, we should be having a live watch along from our mate Joe Stanley, our Liverpool fan. He'll be doing Liverpool versus Manchester City. Anyway, here come Arsenal. They're into the box. There's a free shot at goal. Oh, it's blocked at the end. I'm not sure who took the strike there. I think it might have been Roord for Arsenal. I'm not quite sure. It was on the edge of the box. Yeah, it was Roord. It's gone out for a throw-in at the end for Man City, but that's Arsenal finally getting themselves on the front line. I think it was Miedema with the pass to Roord. She went with the strike. You don't blame her for trying, but it was blocked by the first player. It's now Miedema who picks up from the throw-in. And Man City have it back. Ashin, last minute goal by Levin did that, broke your heart. It was, yeah, the Mönchengladbach game, I must admit, I was expecting it to be a comfortable win over FC Cologne. How wrong I was. Of course, there was Premier League matches going on right now. There's only one right now, which is Wolves Leicester City. It's going into half-time with that, and it looks as though it will remain goalless during the break. Tottenham 2, West Brom 0. West Brom again losing, which really dents their chances of staying up in the Prem. And with that defeat, they are now 11 points off from the safety, and actually Burnley have a game in hand, and so do Fulham over them, and so does Sheffield United. So West Brom, I think they're going down, aren't they? They just can't do it under Big Sam at the moment. Sam Allardyce, their current manager, after he replaced forgot his name, Slaven Bilic. Of course, the later games, Liverpool and Man City at 4:30, and then Sheffield United hosting Chelsea at 7:15 this evening, which should be a good win for Chelsea, but you just never know with Sheffield United. They did beat my team last week, Man United, which was very, very annoying to watch, and last night's game against Everton was very, very annoying, which felt like a defeat. When you lose 3 points and get a point on the last second of the game, it's horrible. It was so avoidable. Anyway, Man City. Of course, let's if we look at the current scores in the WSL, Chelsea women are 1-1 against Brighton over Albion, 45 minutes in. 44 minutes is in between Everton women and Birmingham City women. That is 1-1. Of course, goalless here at Arsenal. And there is another game taking place in 10 minutes or so time. West Ham United women taking on Bristol City women. The early result, which was a big shock in the league, which was Manchester United women losing 2-0 to Reading. 2 goals within 2 minutes of Harding and Carter getting the goals for Reading, which actually, I mean, they should stay. Yeah, Reading are 6, but Man United, with the fact that they're trying to fight for the league against Chelsea. Chelsea are playing the game now, and if they can get that win, they would go. I think they'd go 3 points ahead. Man City are 4 points behind Man United, so they need this win over Arsenal, while Arsenal are 4 points behind Man City. So it is a 6-pointer in this game today, this league match between Arsenal and Manchester City. Saves you from having to say it all the time, so lineups are in the description. Of course, get in touch on our live chat page. Let us know your score predictions. Arsenal have a throw-in. And here come Man City on the attack. They've been a little bit quiet in the last few minutes. It's now on the right wing of Kelly. It's with Lucy Bronze, the FIFA Player of the Year, let's not forget, from last year. Arguably one of the best players in the world. It's going to be a throw for Man City. Abraham saying that tomorrow is the FIFA Club World Cup semi-finals, and it's going to be Bayern Munich taking on Al Ahly, who, Abraham, if you missed it yesterday in our Butcher Gladbach stream, we did have an Al Ahly fan on here, and he believes that Al Ahly can beat Bayern Munich, and he actually said that they've got a player called Lewandowski or something like that, and he says he'll score the goals instead of Lewandowski, which is, can you imagine if that happens? I mean, I expect Bayern Munich to win. I'm not going to say comfortably, because I don't know how good Al Ahly are, but they should win, shouldn't they, Bayern Munich, and they should be world champions, I'm sure. So that's my prediction. We're actually going to do a live watch along for that, Abraham. So do tune in. We'll start the coverage. We'll start the watch along about 5 minutes before the game kicks off. I know in the UK it's at 6 o'clock. It starts in Qatar. I'll tell you what, I think Bayern Munich would have been delighted to have go to Qatar at this time of the year, because we saw on Friday night, didn't we, Hertha Berlin. Oh, Man City nearly got through there. Instead, it's Arsenal keeper picks it up. White couldn't collect it. Still goalless, just nearly at the midway point of the first half. But yeah, the weather at Hertha Berlin on Friday night, I mean, the snow looked amazing, but it looked very cold. And I'd imagine for the Bayern Munich players, they were probably quite happy to leave Germany for at least a week and go to Qatar in what is going to be lovely, lovely hot weather. Hopefully not too hot for them, but they certainly won't miss the winter in Germany for a week. And it'll be more pleasure for them if they can take a trophy home with them and be known as the world champions. Which, as a United fan, as long as anyone else wins it apart from Liverpool, I don't mind. That means they will lose that world champions badge come the end of next week. Arsenal have a throw-in. Man City intercept. Abraham mentioning the Lewandowski missed penalty. Yeah, it was a good save though, or was it just a bad penalty? I do think it's always harsh that sometimes the goalkeeper doesn't get the credit, but it's one of those, I guess. Such a high expectancy from any player to score a penalty because it feels like a goal before you've even scored it. That's why a lot of players celebrate before it's even scored, which does make you look silly if your player doesn't find the net. It's now with Man City. It's not been the best of first games yet, really. First 20 odd minutes from Arsenal and Man City. It's not really been much chances. I think both teams are. I think they're trying to give it a go, but I think they're a bit concerned. They don't want to lose this game, any of them, if they want to still have a shout in the title race, if there is a chance. Of course, with Man United losing earlier today, both teams know that 3 points could be very, very valuable just to keep up with Man United and Chelsea. Chelsea at the moment are drawing goalless when I last checked, so you know it's not going well. Oh, just as I say that, and it's Ellen White who scores for Man City. Who else? She strikes the roof of the net, and I think it was Georgia Stanway with the cross. She gets the assist. And Man City take the lead, just as I said that both teams were taking their time. I've just noticed I haven't got the scoreline up. Well, there you go. There's the scoreline for you there. 1-0 to Man City. Ellen White putting in the lead. Of course, I don't have the high tech to look like I'm not editing it while I'm watching the game. Slowly getting there with OBS streaming, which is the software we use. I'm still trying to figure out how we can have the lineups on the screen with roller text, but I tried that and it was a bit annoying because if you put in too many characters, I don't think it works. It just disappears. So, yeah, not sure how. I'll have to figure that out after this stream. But no, Arsenal women 0, Manchester City women 0. Ellen White opening the score. Always trying new things with these streams as we're trying to improve our service. Arsenal at the moment with the ball in their own box. If you haven't already, do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We're currently at 341 and we'd love to reach 350. That'd be a good mark for the channel. Here come Arsenal with Miedema, and she couldn't complete the pass, and she gives her teammate the thumbs up for the setup, but she couldn't do her bit in the box. It's going to be a Man City goal kick. Of course, do get in touch with us in the live chat page. Let's just quickly check the other scores. So it's still 1-1. Half time have come in now for Chelsea women and Brighton women. That's 1-1, and it's the same with Everton women and Birmingham City women. 1-1, which would be fantastic for Man City if Chelsea can slip up, especially for United after their defeat to Reading today. There is other games going on, of course. There's the Premier League. It's half-time between Wolves and Leicester City, 0 each there. There is some Italy football going on. Rangers got a draw today. They didn't win, even though they're 20-odd points ahead in the Scottish Premiership. I don't know the exact amount of points, but they've got no problems. Rangers, I'm sure they will go and win the league this season under Steven Gerrard. There is some Club World Cup taking place, but this is for the 5th place playoff. It's the fact that they actually have a 5th place playoff. I mean, really? Do you get anything if you win? I mean, you literally just... I just don't get it. Like, I mean, the 3rd place matches we see are pointless, but 5th place, like... What do we get if we win? Oh, you finish 5th place. Oh, that's memorable, isn't it? Okay, at least we won't be finishing 6th. What's the point? It's between Olsen, Hyundai and Al Duhal. Don't think many people will care too much, but there is a game on this evening which I think's a semi. I'm not sure. Palmeiras versus Tigres. Which might be the outcome of it all. And La Liga, Real Sociedad have won 4-1 against Cadiz. Atletico Bilbao versus Valencia at 3:15. That could be an interesting game. In the Bundesliga, though, Hoffenheim are 1-0 down to Frankfurt, but it's probably not much surprise because Frankfurt are having a great season. And Bielefeld and their game with Werder Bremen, it's been postponed. AC Milan 1, Crotone 0 at half-time. Udinese 0, Hellas Verona 0, and Benevento 1, Sampdoria 1. And that's for the current results and latest scores going on at the moment. Arsenal here, though, not really much been going on since the goal. Ball comes in It's with Miedema. Oh, shot blocked again for Arsenal, and they shoot again, and it's straight to the hands of Roord. It was a good effort there by McCabe. But I think that might actually be their first shot on target for Arsenal. I might be wrong, but it was on the edge of the box. Miedema had a shot, it was blocked. Then McCabe was able to get it past all the City players, but not past the goalkeeper. Still 1-0. So Arsenal am to go again from the back foot. Goes through the midfield, it goes all the way back to the City goalkeeper. 12 minutes until we reach half time, which Man City, you can't doubt them at all that they still have a chance of winning the Women's Super League this season. Chelsea the firm favourites. And Man United with that defeat today with Reading, that was a big opportunity missed if Chelsea do slip up on points. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Reading to get the win there. Don't think many people were expecting that, but it comes down to experience for that United women's team. They are a good team, but they've never been in this position of really going for the Women's Super League title. They've never won it. They're a very new team. Let's not forget they reformed the United women's team only 4 years ago, I think it was. Anyway, here comes City. They want to double the lead here if they can. It's in the box on the left-hand side. I think it's with Ellen White at the moment. Now onto the left wing. And the cross comes in, and the goalkeeper does get there. I think that was a cross from Hemp then, which doesn't find anyone. And it is a very windy game. You can tell from the camera footage they're actually showing a close-up of the corner flag, and it's I'm not going to overreact to say it could fall off, but you can tell it's windy when you see the corner flag actually being seen as a flag. Windy afternoon. It is cold in the UK. I was out for a good hour and a half walking around the village, and it is cold. You could feel the cold fresh air the moment you opened the front door this morning. And I think we expected snow as well. There's been bad weather all over, which there has been one German game today postponed because of it, and all the Dutch games postponed today because of the bad weather, so it's clearly around Europe. Man City then with the possession on the halfway line. Greenwood brings the ball in with a low cross, and it's there no one went for it. It was there at first for anyone to pick up, and the Arsenal defenders were slow to react to it. And luckily for them, none of the Man City players were there to have a go at goal and maybe make it 2-0, which for Arsenal, if they end up making themselves go 2 goals down against Man City, they're in big trouble then, because this is one team he's going to be finding very hard to turn it around. As we talk about Arsenal, the one player that has impressed so many in women's football is Vivianne Miedema. She's been absolutely terrific. Let's get some stats up for her. If I can, let's find a website for it. So this season, she's got 12 goals in 12 games and has 2 assists. That's mental stats. Oh, hang on, here they are now, Arsenal. And it's actually through to Miedema. Oh, and she scored. Is she offside? I think she is. No, it's not Miedema who scored. Doesn't matter either way, it was offside. I think it was Foord at the end. Sorry, yeah, it was Foord. Sorry, Ward. I get mixed up. It was Ward who got into the box. It was a good pass from, I think it was Miedema, I'm not sure. Or was it Walti? But it was offside. It was clearly offside. I think from the moment we saw it happen as well, it looked offside. But yeah, Miedema's stats are ridiculous, and she's got the most goals ever for Arsenal women, I think, or at least in one season. I might be wrong. Now I think it's most goals ever. Last season she got, in 14 games, she got 16 goals and 8 assists. So it's pretty much saying you were involved in every goal nearly. Anyway, here come Man City looking for a second. It's gone behind for a goal kick. It was a wide shot from the goal scorer Ellen White. She picked it up through, and then she tried to go across and aim for the top left corner, but it was just a little wide at the end. And Man City have themselves a throw in here. 7 minutes to the half-time break. But it's just crazy stats, and then it was like that the season before then as well. So 2 seasons ago, with Arsenal in the WSL, she got 22 goals in 20 matches, 10 assists. Okay, her first ever season was only 4 goals in 11 matches, but in all fairness, that was her first season in English football, and I think we can all agree that she just had to get used to it. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Here they come now, Arsenal. No one there at all. I think it was Evans. Yeah, it was Evans, the right back for Arsenal, who tried to get it in early from the right hand side into the box, but it was too far away for Miedema to pick up. Of course, don't forget we're doing the live watch along after this of Liverpool versus Manchester City, which is a massive game in terms of the title race. Liverpool having to win this one, which is mad to think that they had lost their previous 2 games at home to Burnley and Brighton, which just shows Klopp is struggling with that team at the moment. But Man City, if they can get a win, it's an absolute bonus for them. Not only is it points from Liverpool, but it's points against United in terms of the gap after that 3-3 draw last night at Old Trafford, which for United, as a United fan, it did hurt me a lot until, well, it still hurts me now, but I'm trying to look at the benefits and the positives of it, where there's plenty of games to go, but that's just, it's easy to speak like that. It still feels like a defeat, because it was theirs. It was, they had won it. They had pretty much won the game until Tuanzebe made that tackle on the halfway line. It just felt like it was avoidable, and it proved to be the last kick of the game when they scored. It's just, it was just as heartbreaking nearly as when FC Porto won on the last minute at Old Trafford back in 2004. The famous moment of Jose Mourinho running down the sidelines. It's horrible. Last minute winners against your club is horrible. It's alright if you're the team that scores it. Here come Man City. They could try and go for a double the lead. Oh, poor kick at the end. She went on her own at the end, I think. Yeah, it was Kelly. She made a good run into the box, and I think she may have lost balance when she made the kick. But it wasn't difficult for Zinsberger to take the save. Of course, do get in touch with us on our live chat page, and do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport if you're not a follower yet. We'd always appreciate the support. We're at 341 subscribers at the moment. We'd love to get to 350 in the next few days. Beth Mead on the right hand side in Man City's half. Walti gone onto the opposite side of the field, and McCabe has just lost the ball there, and I think it's going to be a throw-in for Man City. I think she's a bit annoyed that she could have kept the possession a lot easier there. Oh, and it's with Roebuck, the Man City goalkeeper, under pressure by two Arsenal players. She gets it out though. It's out of the box. It's now with Greenwood, who plays it down the line. Ends up being a loose ball at the end, and Arsenal intercept. And it's back in their own half for now. What do Arsenal need to do then to get themselves back in this game in the second half? Well, they just need to get more opportunities. They haven't challenged the goalkeeper whatsoever, apart from maybe the strike that we saw from Foord earlier on. And actually, of course, let's not forget they did have a goal disallowed due to it being offside. It's now on the right wing. City on the attack. They've got 1 minute left to find that second goal. They look more threatening, and actually here they come now. It's in the box. Oh, the low cross of effort was blocked. It's gone out for a throw, and Arsenal, well, it was a big block there. Georgia Stanway yet again finding that freedom, finding that space. She's such a threat. Does look awfully cold. Lucy Bronze having to do the traditional putting her shirt over the ball to just be able to actually throw the ball and keeping it dry. It's going to be another throw-in for Man City. Cross comes in. I think it's taken a deflection, and it's going to be a corner for Man City, and it was Kelly who took the cross. Now, how much of added time will there be? I think this might actually be the last chance, this corner, because I didn't see the stoppage time. Don't think there was many reasons to actually have much of a delay in the stoppage time. And the referees, the lines was having to check with Greenwood to put the ball back on the line. That's the second time in the game she's had to assess it and make sure it's on the line. Yeah, she's just doing her job, which is a good job. Oh, Man City with their header going over the bar. And it was Lucy Bronze. And that is half time. So half time here at Bournemouth Ground between Arsenal women and Manchester City women. It's only the one goal that separates the two sides. Ellen White in the 24th minute, as you can see it next to the scoreboard right there. Of course, if you're wondering what the lineups were in that game, they are in the description below. But yeah, okay game so far. It's been okay to watch. I think they've it's one of those, isn't it? You just wonder if both teams are going to really go at it, which we haven't really seen as much yet. Just making sure that people know it's half time on the scoreboard. I prioritise on that too much, but yes, half time. And I think, yeah, it's been interesting so far in terms of the fact that Man City look more up for the game, while Arsenal have had one or two moments, but mainly just shots blocked. There hasn't really been a challenge towards Roebuck, the City goalkeeper, which I think if Arsenal want to at all save their season in terms of being title contenders, they're going to have to somehow turn this around and win the game. But the way it's going, I think it could be a Man City win. But who knows? Of course, there is other scores going on in the Women's Super League today. 55 minutes in, and it's still Chelsea women 1-1 with Brighton at the moment, which is probably a little frustrating for them. It was Sam Kerr who got the first goal for Chelsea, literally just 5 minutes in, but Brighton responded very quickly just 3 minutes later with Whelan equalising. Everton women 1, Birmingham City women 1. That's 60 minutes into the game. It was half time. At half time. It was 1-1. Everton with Turner scoring, and that was just before Napier scored 12 minutes later in the 34th minute. And the other game, which kicked off only about 20 minutes or so ago, it's 3 o'clock kickoff, which was West Ham United women 0, Bristol City women 1, and Van Egmond actually getting an own goal for West Ham, which is not helpful whatsoever, of course. So if you have just tuned in, thank you very much for watching Let's Talk Sports live watch along of Arsenal women versus Man City women. Of course, we'll be back watching the second half in a few minutes' time, so don't go anywhere. If you're wondering, the lineups are in the description below, and of course the goal scorer so far being Ellen White, who, let's actually check Ellen White's stats for this season, because she's one of the most prolific goal scorers in football. So this season, the current season, I'm not sure if they've counted the goal that she's already scored today, but she's at least got 8 goals in 13 matches in the league so far this season. She's got 2 assists as well, and last season she got 6 in 12 games. Now, if I can remember, the Women's World Cup, I mean, she won the goal. I think she won the Golden Boot as well, which isn't bad going when it was her winning it for England, and then at the Men's World Cup 12 months before, Harry Kane won it. So it's pretty good going for England to have won something. It's better than nothing, because we never win the World Cup anymore, do we? Well, I say anymore. We haven't won it since '66, so I make it sound like we used to win it a lot, like a Man United fan with the Premier League. But yes, the Women's World Cup, she got 6 goals in 6 matches, and she was such a fantastic striker. And I think it was that World Cup performance alone that got her the contract at Man City Women. And of course, in the past, she's played for Birmingham City and Notts County. So Birmingham City have had some great players over the last few years with their women's team, but sadly, they can never keep them, and they always end up going to Chelsea or Man City or Arsenal. Birmingham have definitely been a feeder club in the Women's Super League. If only they all stayed, it would have been interesting. How they would have done. Would they have won the league with all those players? Don't know, but I will say this now. I think there's just so many. There are just so many teams that just have so many good players at different times, and they could just never. You can't keep them, can you? When a big club comes in for them and offer them more money, a bigger contract, trophies, and they, I'm not saying that's part of the deal, but it's a possibility of winning trophies and getting some medals under your belt. It's hard to say no. So it's easy for us here to say, oh, if only they all stayed. It was like that with the Dortmund team a few years back when they had Lewandowski, Mario Götze, and all that. They could have kept them all, but the moment a team like Bayern Munich comes in for them, they know they can always be guaranteed Champions League football, trophies, more money, bigger stage, bigger stadium, bigger fans. It's good for their name as well. Of course, the other games Tottenham 2, West Brom 0. So who were the goal scorers for Spurs earlier? Kane scored, despite the fact that he had problems with his ankles in the game against Liverpool. He has come back very quickly. I must admit, I didn't think we'd see him back this early, but that is an absolute boost for Mourinho and his team, because they certainly need him up there to get the goals. And Son has got one as well, and he scored 4 minutes later with Kane. And Son and Kane this season, both of them yet again having a normal season, aren't they? You know, getting the assists, getting the goals. Especially Kane, he's been getting more assists than goals. He's loving it. He's absolutely loving it. But that's a big win for Spurs. Spurs have had a fair few bad games recently, and they needed to beat West Brom. If they hadn't, then I think Mourinho would have been very worried about his job. They're 3 points off West Ham at the moment, with a game in hand for that Europa League spot, which I don't, if Tottenham could just get a form going, they could get Champions League football. But yeah, again, so could Chelsea, and they're in form now under Tuchel. Whether people like it or not, the manager is getting them back into winning ways. Can they do it tonight against Sheffield United at the Blades? I don't see why not. I will be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I just need to go to the toilet. And I'm back. Sorry about that, but when you need to go, you need to go. So we're just waiting for the second half to begin. What's going on in the other football? It's still 0-0 between Wolves and Leicester. Which, as a United fan, I'd love it if Leicester don't win. So it'd be a good result, because that means Leicester are not on the same points as United. Of course, there's been calls for Nuno to be... Wow, I'm not saying calls. There's been rumours of Nuno under a bit of pressure at Wolves as the manager, since the table will tell you that Wolves are actually... Well, they're 12 points clear from the relegation zone. I don't think they'll get relegated or be under any threat. I'll be surprised if they did. But I think when you compare it to last season with how they did, Europa League football, and, I do think though that season was tough for them. Like, they had a long season, and then that defeat to Seville was, I think it was hard on them, because they gave Seville a good game, I thought, and they only lost 1-0. But I do think, have they really recovered from last season? Maybe not. It's a long season. The Wolves team were not used to that. I don't think anyone's been used to that. You're basically playing 12 months. Well, the players are coming back onto the pitch. And it does look windy today. Steph Houghton, she's brave. She's wearing short sleeve shirts and she looks very cold. She's just come back out on the pitch and her ponytail's just going all over the place from this wind. Anyone wearing short sleeves, you're brave. You're very brave. I always find it funny when you see players wear short sleeve shirts but then they wear gloves. It's like, okay, what's the point? I'll keep my hands warm, but I won't keep my arms warm. That does kind of grind my gears. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Be sure to like the stream and give us a subscribe. We're hoping to get to 350, which we do plan to do a few more watch-alongs. Well, one more today at least, which is Liverpool versus Man City with Joe Stanley. And then tomorrow it's Bayern Munich versus Al Ahly in the Club World Cup in Qatar. Anyway, the game second half has begun. So Arsenal attacking from right to left. Man City from left to right. Arsenal in the traditional home colours like their men's team with the red and white colours. And Man City today playing in their, I guess it's black away kit, or is it? No, it's not navy. I think it's full black kit. Bronze with the throw-in down the right hand side, doesn't get there for a teammate, and it goes out for a goal kick. And Arsenal just need to get themselves more involved. I think they've had one or two moments, but they haven't made the goalkeeper work for it or anything. And I think even if you lose the game, you want to at least go down defeated with chances, and it just wasn't your day and stuff like that. Just that's what you want. I mean, Man City are always going to be a difficult team to beat when it comes to the women's team. Foreign taken for Arsenal. They've got to be careful on the back foot here. They've lost it. Intercepted. City have it. Instead, City decide not to go forward and go backwards and go to the halfway line. It's with Steph Houghton, the captain, who, I don't know if you saw it, but a few weeks ago, Steph Houghton scored an absolute fantastic free kick, which I didn't know she had in her. I didn't know she could take free kicks. Maybe I don't watch her enough, but it was a fantastic free kick, and she's been in the England game for a good while now. Plenty of experience under her belt. She's been to a couple of World Cups, I think maybe 3. I don't know if she was in 2011, but she's been the captain of the England team, captain of Man City. You know, she's taken on a big role at both teams, and I think she's done very, very well. Now Man City have it on the back foot at the moment. They'll just hold the possession as much as they can. Instead, it's onto the halfway line, and it's Arsenal who have it. And it looks like it could be a good run here from Foord. Instead, it's back with Man City. And there's something about Arsenal this season. They do lack that kind of magic up front, really. Even though they've got someone like Vivian Miedema, it's just not working out, is it? They've just not got the goals as much as they have. They don't seem to just know what to do. Of course, it's Super Bowl Sunday tonight. Who's watching that tonight? I will be, but I don't know if I'll make it throughout the whole night because it's. I'm already feeling tired from my walk, and I don't know if I can make it. I do plan to watch it, but I just hope I can watch the whole thing. But the one thing that annoys me is the fact that the halftime show would be the headline the morning after. It's never about the match. People go on and say this NFL Super Bowl is the biggest sporting event in the world. I'm not saying it isn't, but is it because of the halftime show, which obviously isn't part of sport? Oh, late challenge there off one of the Arsenal. I think it was the Arsenal left back of McCabe, who's taken one for the team there. I don't think there's much in it. I think it was Georgia Stanway who went in there. Who I think she's got a yellow card. I might be wrong, but she tackled someone earlier and got a warning at least from the referee. I don't think there's no booking there, so it'll be just a free kick for Arsenal inside their own half. It's taken. Oh, nice header forward by Foord. Of course, yeah, Super Bowl Sunday tonight. If you haven't seen our preview yet, do so. It's on the channel. But it's me and Dan who talk about the game ahead. Who will win, Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes? Big match really in terms of the quarterback opposition. Should be an interesting one. And it's in Tampa Bay as well, so it's feels like it's written in the scripts for Tampa Bay Buccaneer to win. Oh, good long ball. Oh no, it doesn't get there. Doesn't get there. Oh, Beth Mead. She tried to get to the end of a long ball, which it worked, but it just was too long for the Arsenal forward to get there. And Roebuck was okay at the end to just see it go out for a goal kick, which she's taken. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, you'll be aware of the stream coming up after this game from Joe Stanley, which I believe will start at about 4:25. The game kicks off at 4:30 in terms of UK local time. Now here come Arsenal in a bid to find that equaliser. It's Miedema with the cross. Instead it's stopped by Houghton. Let's quickly check out the other scores. Still nil each between Wolves and Leicester. 8 minutes to go. Can Wolves hold on or get a winner? Because Leicester, that'll be not good in terms of their attempts of going for the title if you are looking at it like that. If anyone really wants to know, the FIFA Club World Cup game between Olsen Hyundai and Al Duhail it's 1-0 to Al Duhail or Duhail. Paulo De Silva with the goal. It's nearly half time there. It's 42 minutes on the clock, which it just amazes me. The title of that game, 5th place. I don't understand. There must be some money involved to do it, otherwise why would they? What's the point? 3rd place I kind of get if it's a big competition. You know, for some teams they'd like the idea of taking home a bronze medal, but what the hell's the point? So as it stands, if Man City get this win, they'll go 7 points clear of Arsenal. And Arsenal would be, well, I think by then they would be definitely out of the title race. But it'll be a good day for Man City, you know, to see Chelsea Chelsea get a draw if it stays like that. And for United to lose at home, it'll be a very good day. If they beat Arsenal, it'll certainly put them right back in it. And then I think it will leave you with 3 teams. Meanwhile, Arsenal, all it would take is an equaliser to just get them back in the game. Hasn't been much threat really in this second half. They haven't shown up yet from the half-time team talk. Williamson, the captain today for Arsenal. I think she's just given away a free kick for Man City. Yep, it's inside their own half though, so no direct free kick or goal or anything like that. Actually, I think for one of those teams in the Club World Cup, it's the South Korean goalkeeper playing for one of those teams who some might remember when South Korea beat Germany at the last World Cup in Russia. He got a clean sheet and he made some good saves in that game to keep South Korea in the game, but also to help Germany not go through. And I remember him. I only watched him once, but I've just noticed him there while watching it on the other screen. Do get in touch in the live chat page. Let us know your predictions for the Liverpool Man City game later. Oh, Arsenal nearly lost the ball just outside their own box. They haven't dealt with it yet. I think they have done now. It's been kicked out to the right back of Evans. And I think after that, Arsenal have had to, and they're gonna have to breathe a little bit after that, because that was very close to losing the ball. Actually, here they come, Arsenal. If they could get the ball across, surely Arsenal. Yep, 1-1 out of nowhere on the counter. And Foord, who has had one or two moments in this game, she's got the equaliser, and that is a big goal for Arsenal to keep themselves in this title race. It's a good goal from Foord, nicely taken. It starts from the right wing, across the face of goal, completely unmarked. She uses her left foot to find the top right corner of the net. It's a fantastic goal. Fair play to Arsenal. I didn't think they had it in them to get an equaliser, but they have, and that's just turned everything around, hasn't it? Arsenal women 1, Manchester City women 1. And Joe Salah just sent a message in the live chat page with 3 smile faces. Yeah, it's definitely a good moment there for Arsenal, which they needed. And here they come again. It's 2 in the box. It's with Miedema. Cross is blocked. And has it gone behind for a corner? I'm not quite sure from my angle. Yep, I think it is a corner. Arsenal all of a sudden are now looking the team to beat. They look a lot more threatening with their long passes and fast pace towards Man City's defence. So actually no, it's a throw in it. I thought it was a corner, but instead it's a throw in next to the corner flag for Arsenal on the near side. So 1-1, everything to play for, and we're just about to reach the hour mark. Josh Salah, do you think Arsenal are going to win this now? Let me know in the chat page. At the moment, they've got themselves a free kick just outside their own box. Kelly for Man City being penalised for that one. She went in from behind, tripped her up. She kind of got the ball, but I think when you do it from behind, it's never too easy to convince the ref, even if you do make the right tackle. Which is probably the most frustrating part about current football. You can't really go in for it anymore. Which I guess, but it's still a bit annoying. Of course, Caitlin Foord, an Australian player for Arsenal, who's he scored an absolutely great finish before to make sure it was 1-1. It was nice and calm, had to get it done. So Ellen White so far getting the goal for Man City in the first half, and Caitlin Foord making it 1-1. Oh, hang on. Here come Arsenal again, looking for that second goal. Or takes a deflection. I think they're trying to cross it in at the end, which there was a bit of space in that box for the Arsenal player. I'm not sure which Arsenal player it was, but she could have actually probably had a strike at goal instead of trying to chip it in for one of her players to maybe head it in. Ooh, cross comes in again. Steph Houghton on the end of it, and it's now with Greenwood, who just boots it out, hoping for the best, I think. And Arsenal pick up the possession again. This is all of a sudden the tables have turned. It's now with McCabe. They're just playing it across their defenders at the moment, Arsenal, and they're taking it all the way back to Zinsberger, the goalkeeper. It's a long ball down the right from Evans. I think she's looking for Mead, and Roebuck has had to come out of her box to make the clearance. She'll be gutted not to at least go home today back in Manchester with a clean sheet. The Arsenal manager is looking very warm. He's got his big hat on, big white scarf on, which you can see from a mile away. Certainly goes with his navy jacket, and his white trainers certainly are seen from a few miles away. Very bright trainers towards his black trousers. Throws taken for Arsenal in front of the Arsenal dugout. Man City intercept. It's in the midfield. Stanway. On to Kelly. Kelly's got some time to maybe make the cross. She's now being tracked down by Arsenal's left back. Oh, and Lucy Bronze trying to get a ball through in to try and find... doesn't work out. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. There's a throw in for Man City. Oh, and here comes City again. Oh, cross, dangerous cross, but it was well dealt with. Ellen White has got them a corner though. She's annoyed with herself though, it seems, from her body language. Don't think she could have done much more really. It was a good cross in. She tried to flick it. Well, she's got a corner, so the challenge is still there to find that second goal. Could it be the winning goal though? Is 2 goals enough in this game? It's going to be Kelly with the corner. Swings it in. First one up for it, and it's a header from the near post. I think it was Bronze with the header, and it just ends up landing on the roof of the net, which the Arsenal goalkeeper looked certain it was never going to find the target. And it has ended goalless at Wolves. So Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Leicester City 0, and that's a bit of a pain for Leicester because they could have gone level on points with United, but instead they will remain 2 points behind United, which all of a sudden the table's just looking good for Man City. All they've just got to get a win at Anfield later on, and then they'll be 5 points clear with a game in hand. Which, as a United fan, I never thought I'd say this, but maybe we could do with Liverpool winning just to make sure City don't get that far away with their game in hand. And Josh Salah has just said, I think because they're always this year behind to win. Yeah, Arsenal have had a strange season, haven't they? They've been a bit sluggish for me in terms of the women's team. They've lost a few games that they don't normally lose, and they've made a few slip-ups here and there. Big game this Friday night though, Man City women versus United women, which I've just seen advertised on my stream, which should be interesting. Of course, if United women really do want to go for the title, they've got to win that. Away from home though. Goal kick taken for Arsenal. Just over 20 minutes remaining. We've reached, how long now? 67. 1-1. Still everything to play for. Oh yeah, Mavindra has came into the live chat page. Hello Mavindra, hope you're well. Remind me, Mavindra, I can't remember, who is your football team? Who do you support? Josh Sellers just said, did you see Chelsea? I take it was a draw, because last time I checked it was 1-1 and they looked like they were struggling to find that winning goal. Let's have a look. Oh no! No! Chelsea women have lost! Well, they're in the 94th minute. They're 2-1 down to Brighton. Oh my word. That is bad. That is bad. That is... What a day in the WSL. There's been a couple of surprises. Not only did Chelsea lose at home, but so did United earlier on, which both teams will look back and think that is a chance missed to go top, or to at least get a few points clear. Wow. But here, Man City, the header just goes wide. Did it take a deflection off any of the Arsenal players? Oh, I think it did. It'll be a Man City corner, which didn't look like it did. Cross came in from the left. Yep, last one came off the Arsenal player on the front post. So, Man City have a corner here. They're looking for a winner, which I don't know if they know yet. I don't think the players will know yet, but they'll go into that changing room. Oh, the header's in, surely. Oh, it's blocked off the line twice. Oh, Man City should have been 2-1 up there. First header was blocked by the goalkeeper, and then the shot somehow, in front of all those Arsenal players, it somehow stayed on the line. I don't know how on earth they haven't taken the lead. Lucy Bronze. Oh, she doesn't look happy. Has there been a foul? I'm not sure. There is an Arsenal player down at the moment in the box after all of that. And the referee has asked for the medic to come on, so we're going to have the game paused here, but let's watch the corner again. Header, all stopped by the goalkeeper, and then the shot straight after was blocked by one of her players on the goal line, which it's the classic move of having two players, one next to each post, from the goalkeeper's perspective, which is an absolute fantastic way to deal with set pieces. I don't know why people don't try it more often, because you see so many goals go in from set pieces because the front post or the far post was not covered. Simple as that. Mavindra said, where's that other guy? I forgot his name. That is Seb True. He's not with us today. He's got the weekend off. I think he's quite busy today with something else, so it's just me. But my friend Joe Stanley will be on in just about 20 or so minutes for the live watch along. Oh, hang on, just as I say that, oh, they've hit the post, Ellen White. Oh, surely this time Man City, no, it's another block. Oh, this is incredible. Arsenal are somehow still 1-1 with Man City. How on earth City have not gone 2-1 up yet? It's offside after all of that, but even so, that was a big chance. It was, sorry about that, Mavindra. It was mad what was going on the pitch here. Literally, bad goal kick. Well, it was a short goal kick, and then they lost the ball. Ellen White picked it up and then shot. It's the post. which on a normal day Ellen White would have scored that, but it's just not happening. And then the second shot was blocked by the Arsenal player. What a moment or two we've had in this game just then. And I think Man City have another corner. So City are now looking like the team to score the next goal if there is to be. So yeah, of course, Brighton getting a win against Chelsea. I don't know if the City players know yet, but they need to. They might need that as motivation to get this win. Josh Salah says no. Not sure what you mean by that. But yeah, it's full time now between Chelsea women and Brighton women. It's ended 2-1 for Brighton. That is a big win for Brighton. And that puts them into 8th with 12 points after 14 games played. It's such a tough league for the bottom half because there's most of the time you are going to play against some of the big teams in the league who are better. Oh! That was a close one. And there's a header, and it's straight to the hands of Zinsberger. It's offside again against Man City. In the other game, in the Women's Super League, that's still ongoing. It's half-time because the game kicked off only an hour ago. It's West Ham Women 0, Bristol City Women 1. So goal kick there for Arsenal. 18 minutes left on the clock. And Arsenal could do with just getting themselves out their own half because they've struggled in the last few minutes, and really they're somehow still level with Man City. But Steph Houghton's been fouled, and it's a free kick for City, and Houghton takes it long out to the left wing. Instead, the referee has paused it. I think he didn't give her the permission to take the kick just yet. Mavindra saying it's just said title decided today at Anfield. Ooh. If Man City win, they've got one hand on the trophy, if you ask me. Because the way City have played, if they win today's game, that's 13 league wins in a row. You know, they're playing just like they did when they last won the league, which was when they got 100 points. Was it? I think it was when. No, they got 101 points. I can't remember. But literally, they won it on the final day still with that amount of points, and Liverpool finished second on the final day, only by what, 1 or 2 points. It was such a, in terms of the points that season, it was crazy how many points both teams got. In which the Premier League, even then, and as it is now, as it's proven in the league table, it's so hard to win. So to win it with that amount of points as well was pretty breathtaking to see. And you know, Pep Guardiola bringing a big impact to City since he's come in. Meanwhile, their women's team are here trying to get 3 points at Arsenal, and it's 1-1 still, and it's a free kick. I think if Liverpool win, then it's a statement that they can still do it. As a United fan, a Liverpool win or a draw would be good for United after what happened yesterday. So annoying. Anyway, Man City with the free kick. Oh, I think it's been blocked again. I'm not sure, but it's not gone in. There was an attempted header there, but I'm not sure how if it was a header or if there was a save. I wasn't quite sure from the camera angles I'm getting here. And it's going to be a free kick for Arsenal, just inside their own half, which what's a game this has been the last few minutes. It really is. I mean, Zinsberger, the Arsenal goalkeeper, she's had to deal with a lot in the last few minutes. So the free kick came in, and actually I think it was just a free kick that went straight to her at the end. Yeah, it literally just went straight to her from the free kick. So there was no header, no contact from any of the players when the ball came in. So Arsenal have a free kick here, but one of their players is just on the ground who's just being checked at. Hopefully she can play on. I think it's not sure who it is. Is it Cabba? Yeah, sorry, McCabe. So McCabe just limping away for a moment. Hopefully she can continue. She collided with Kelly, and yet again, that's actually going back. They're showing back the replay of a collision with Kelly earlier on, which maybe McCabe is still injured from that, and maybe McCabe is. No, I don't think McCabe's going to carry on. It looks as though she will be substituted, which I think will actually be Arsenal's first substitution of the game, which, to be honest, they could do with a fresh pair of legs because they just need to get themselves going again. And it's Maritz who's going to come on in her place. Of course, if you want to know what the bench options are for both Arsenal and Man City, the lineups and the bench is on the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Do click subscribe if you haven't already. Mavindra with another message asking which Champions League knockout fixture is going to be the most exciting. I don't know it off by heart, so I'm going to have to get it up on Google. Meanwhile, before we do that, Man City have the ball on the left wing. They've got a couple of their players in the box waiting for a cross. Instead, they've gone a few yards back, and they're back into the centre circle with Steph Houghton. She pushes it a couple of yards forward. It's now with a teammate of Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze crosses the ball in, and I think there might have been calls for handball from Ellen White. That'll give Arsenal a free kick. Arsenal just can't get out their own half. If they want to win this game, they've got to get themselves present in Man City's half. I mean, let's look at the fixtures in the Champions League. So there's 8 fixtures, 8 ties, of course. We're into the last 16 now, the first knockout round in the Champions League. In the meantime, there's a cross in from Man City, and there it is, 2-1 Man City, and it's a header. And I think it's Hemp who got the goal. It was a good cross in from Kelly. It was Ellen White that started the attack. She headed it out onto the right wing of Kelly. Then Kelly crossed it. Oh, it's a fantastic cross to Hemp. Absolutely spot on. It's fantastic football between the two. No chance was that going to be kept out. And Arsenal, well, they were asking for it, weren't they? Because last few minutes they'd been kept quiet, and Man City have been able to get the goal. So 2-1 to Man City. Just over 10 minutes to go, but hang on a minute. Man City are looking for another one. Couldn't find anyone with the header. I think it was Kelly at the end. It was Hemp who this time tried to get an assist, Lauren Hemp. Don't worry, Mavindra, we'll go through those Champions League fixtures in just a moment. Arsenal now finally getting into City's half. Can they get an equaliser? And again, they were 1-0 down before, and they were able to get themselves back. here come Arsenal. Oh, they've lost the ball on the halfway line now. Here comes City. A third goal will no doubt put the game to bed. Cross comes in from Ellen White, and Arsenal have got the ball back. Oh, yes. It's just cleared out. And they are struggling, Arsenal. If this game happened last season, would they have lost this game? Probably not. Of course, don't forget to click subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. We'll aim to do more women's games in the future, as well as our usual Bundesliga, Premier League, Serie A, Eredivisie. Try and cover as much football as we can. Mavindra, I will now get back to you. Let's look at the fixtures. So I'll read them all out. RB Leipzig up against Liverpool. That could be the game, actually. Or this one, Barcelona PSG, which PSG, you know, runners up, but Barcelona not looking too bad in terms of there's something about them, isn't there, at the moment, Barcelona. They're not doing that great, but when there's Messi around, he loves a Champions League night. Seville, Dortmund, which Dortmund are not playing great at the moment, and for once Seville might actually win a knockout game in the Champions League instead of going back down to the Europa League. FC Porto versus Juventus. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, it was that walk earlier, it's knackered me. Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, that I think could be the game maybe. Atletico Madrid are doing wonders in La Liga. Sorry, in La Liga. What? No, I got that right. What am I saying? Lazio, Bayern Munich, Atalanta versus Real Madrid, and Mönchengladbach versus Man City. So those are the 8 games. It's a tough one. There are some good ones there. I'm a Mönchengladbach fan when it comes to German football, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they do against City. But you'd expect City to win that, really, because Mönchengladbach don't have the experience of being in a Champions League knockout stage. It's been a good few years, I think. Very good few years. Atalanta, Real Madrid. Yeah, maybe Real Madrid should win that. Leipzig, Liverpool, I think actually could be the tie of the Champions League knockout stages. That or Barcelona, PSG. I think those are the games to watch. Be interested to see how Leipzig do, because they can be good, but they can be really bad. Let's not forget they did lose 5-0 to United, which was a really bad day for them. But they got through and United didn't, so it's all about the long game. Just over 5 minutes to go here. Arsenal women 1, Manchester City women 2. It's going good for City, which they will be the team of the weekend if they can get this result. It's exactly what they would need, and I don't know if they know yet, but I'm sure the coaches do, but I don't know if the City players do. Here come Arsenal though, trying to spoil the party. Couldn't get through, and the City defence look up for any challenge at the moment. They haven't got much time left, Arsenal. The time is against them. I'll be honest with Indra, I've not been watching Barca lately, but I saw the extra time. I saw the extra time segment of the game the other night in the cup, which, yeah, they made that look difficult. Oh, hang on, here come Arsenal, and it's lobbed over the keeper by Miedema. Oh, she's kicked it way. She kicked it over the goalkeeper, which she did well, but I think the wind pushed the ball against her direction. Mavindra just said the way they did the Remontada against Granada, I think it's game on. You'll have to explain it to me, Mavindra. How did that game go? I'm not sure. Well, it looks like Rose the Val's about to come on for Man City. Leon Chardo is just saying, can I see Arsenal winning here at least? Well, at the moment you've came in at the wrong time because they're 2-1 down and there's only 4 minutes to go. So they have to at least try and go for a draw. They've been quiet in the last few minutes, Leon. But actually, all of a sudden, it's with Miedema. Maybe she might just go for it. Why didn't she shoot? She had plenty of space in the box, and then in the time she decided what to do, all the City players stormed in. She's won a corner, and the corner comes in, and it looks dangerous. They just need to get someone on it. They couldn't. Man City deal with it. Leon has just said, there is no salvation, you mean? Wow, I don't know. Are you an Arsenal fan? I'm a United fan. But, I can't say much, but at least they're a bit further ahead than Arsenal in the league, in the men's Premier League. But Arsenal, again, lost, didn't they, yesterday? And it could be their women's team losing as well here. There's just over 2 minutes to go. Arsenal, I've got the possession. Yep, Leon's an Arsenal fan. Let me know, Leon, is Arteta the man? Do you think he's the man? Do you believe he's the man? Or do you think there should be someone else in charge? If you ask me, I'd still give him some time. I think he needs a bit of time. He's only been in the job for a year, which 3 months of last year was in lockdown, so he's actually only been in the job technically for 9 months. I think he's done alright. He's won the FA Cup, which is pretty good. I like what you've just said there. I can't blame Arteta for everything. Exactly. I think there's a lot of people out there who will just blame the manager when they lose, and it's like, come on, be realistic. The manager can't do everything out on that pitch. He's their guidance at the end of the day. He tells them how to play and their tactics, but at the end of the day, the players should still do their role. Players get too much protection in my eyes. That's why we get so many manager sackings. It's always down to the manager, which I'm not saying it's not their responsibility when they lose a game, but when you lose a game because of a goalkeeper mistake or a defensive mistake, is that really the manager's fault? We're humans at the end of the day. Everyone's going to make mistakes. Look at VAR. Look at the referees we have in the top flight of English football. It's crap. See, this is it, Leon. I think those are two good questions. He's just asked me, with these players, do you think a great manager will turn the tides? And who do you think can do miracles? I honestly don't know. It's easy to go on with. It's easy to mention managers that have won at other clubs, like Ancelotti. But look at him at Everton. I don't think they're great. I mean, as a United fan, of course I'd say that. But, they only won. Well, it felt like a defeat last night, to be honest, with that 3-3 draw with Everton. But they haven't been great. And Ancelotti is at a club where he could be a bit out of his depth in terms of not with his quality, but he knows that he's limited. He can't just go and sign players that he wants. Everton can't do that, I don't think. Actually, here come Arsenal now. Oh, Miedema got to the end of it, I think. And then she lost the control and it's gone straight to the keeper. Is that Arsenal's last chance as we're just seconds away from reaching the 90th minute? How much added time will there be? 4 minutes of added time. So 4 minutes of added time. Arsenal women still needing a goal to get at least a draw out of this. And I think Ellen White's just about to come off, who scored the opening goal. You see, this is the thing, Leon. It's like, I still think the whole Unai Emery thing was a bit odd. Like, I don't know. If he had a bit more time, I think he might have been alright. So Ellen White's coming off for Becky. So Becky comes on to play the remainder. Substitutions at stoppage time, so annoying. It's just not needed. But like, what I'm trying to say is that there's so many managers that are easy to say. That's so easy to say. They'll get the job done. People going about Solskjaer at United saying get Pochettino in. I'm thinking, hang on. Pochettino was okay. I'm not saying he wasn't a good manager, but he's got no experience of winning trophies, which he should do by the end of this season with PSG. If he doesn't, then maybe he isn't the manager some people thought he was. But you know, like that Champions League final, they weren't great, were they? It was boring. It was poor. It was a bad display, and they only got through because of a goal against City that looked to be a handball. And you know, last-minute goal against Ajax, which was just a miraculous win. Tottenham weren't great for me. I don't think they were that good. But I honestly think what more. Okay, Pochettino has more experience than someone like Solskjaer, but how much more experience? You know it's cold as well. Looking at the bench players having massive warm blankets over their legs, it really does look windy there at Bournemouth today. A minute and a half to go until we reach the 94th minute. Arsenal are maybe having one last chance. Oh, that's so badly passed at the end out to Miedema. I think it's going to be a throw-in. But meanwhile, one of the City players are injured. But what a win this could be for City. Leon says 72 million on Pepe. What a joke. Yeah. Don't rate him at all. Pepe's one of those. He reminds me of Pogba. Hit and miss. Not everyone's cup of tea, and he's definitely not mine. Leon has said our squad strengthening has been poor in recent years. Leon, I'll say this now. Arsenal haven't been the same since Patrick Vieira and Thierry Henry left. It's been crap. When Vieira left, it was the start of the end, I thought, for Wenger and for Arsenal's, I wouldn't say empire, but you know, being at the top in English football. And then when Thierry Henry went, that did it for me. They haven't been the same since. And Emirates has been such a curse for you guys. Highbury was a scary place to go to. It was not an easy place. Emirates is hit and miss. There's no history there as well. I think Arsenal had to get a new stadium. It's a great stadium, the Emirates. I've been there before. I've been there once, and it's a fantastic stadium. It's a great facility. It's a credit to Arsenal, actually, in terms of ambition. But the recruitment's just been poor. And I do think some of these youth players that Arteta's trying out is working. It just takes time, though. They can't... All these critics and these fans who are against Arteta and think a new manager will do the trick. It takes time with these players. And I think we're seeing that with Arsenal, where Arteta's lost a lot of games this season. But there's no signs to say he's going to get sacked, is there? I think he is getting backed. Ravindra saying Brendan Rodgers is a good option. Yeah, I think he is. He's proven himself very well at Leicester, just as he did at Celtic. Arsenal had a shot, and that might just be the last kick. Roebuck picks it up, and then she goes down on the ground with the ball, and that will kill a few seconds. And we're 40 seconds into the 94th minute, so it should be over now. Surely once Roebuck kicks this ball out of her hands, it's full time. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers would be a good option. But as I said, give Arteta time. And Roebuck makes the kick. And it's full time. And Man City win 2-1 at Bournemouth against Arsenal. That's a big win for Man City. On a day where Chelsea have lost to Brighton. On a day when Man United lost at home to Reading. That is a big win. And I think some of the City substitutes have actually just gone up to their first team players and have just told them the result from Chelsea as well. So that's a big day for Man City. They're definitely back in the title race. A fantastic win for Man City away from home. It's a good win for them. So goals from Ellen White and Lauren Hemp make it 2-1. Caitlin Foord got one for Arsenal, but it wasn't enough to avoid defeat at Bournemouth today. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. We are going to have to end the stream right now because in just a few moments, Joe Stanley will be here for the live watch-along of Liverpool versus Man City in the Premier League. So don't go anywhere. Stay on the channel. Do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport, and we'll see you